Welcome back in, everybody, here on RoadCraft, and we are going to start up Aftermath. So previously we ended up completing Precipice, and Aftermath's up next. So that was before the storm. The storm came through. Aftermath now. This is probably going to be like a part one of so on of Aftermath. I don't know how many parts it's going to take for us to get 100% here completed, and I don't know how much time I'm going to take building extra roads and stuff, because this part right here is where you get to build the roads. Let's get started though. Operation Aftermath. North Africa, spring. Your company returns to the region after the storm has passed to witness the aftermath and help mitigate the consequences. Hey, that's pretty cool. So there's actually a lot of stuff we leave behind after completing this level too. That kind of blows my mind. I always thought it'd be a cool thing if the developers of this game added like a DLC, something like more missions DLC, more jobs DLC or something like that, because like I said, there's a lot left over, a whole lot. Hey, maybe that's something they already have planned in the future, or maybe somebody out there is watching. Highly doubt that one. But what do y'all think should be added to this game? You know, kind of listening to Kelly right there talk for a second made me realize there's actually not a way for me to skip her, unfortunately. And wow, I'm turning out the wrong direction here. So we got to go all the way down south here. I'm just going to call this north up here. I think that's north. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see here. We actually have a north thing. Let's point north real quick. It's right there in the top. So that is north. Which way is that? Oh, okay, so I was right. That is north. Cool. So we got to head down all the way south real quick and shoot across the bridge. A little bit of driving to do, and this road is completely torn up now. I learned my lesson on my live stream. Oh my gosh, I ran into so many of those holes. So many of them. But it shouldn't be a big deal this time around. Well, we'll see what happens. Deep water, come on, man. Maybe I should probably, like, you know, stay out of the water, possibly. That sounds like a great idea. But who's got great ideas? Not me. I'll tell you that right now. I think one thing that was a great idea was this tank paint color. I'm loving this. There's somebody out there that probably is hating this. Person's name is called the Blue Zach. He's told me before he hates the color yellow. I didn't do this because of that, but I just saw the black and yellow and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. My previous colors were just straight red. That's it. Just a bright red. That was it. A little road heading up that way. That's interesting. Guess probably a little path telling me to go around this, but who got time for that? I ain't going around it. I'm going through it. Straight through it. Now, not really straight through it. We're kind of going around the side here. Just don't flip over. Don't flip over. This truck's actually navigating a lot better through here than I ever thought it would. Like, in real life, I don't know, these pickup trucks are pretty heavy. They usually don't have the best of tires on them. What are we even working with here? I mean, they look like slicks after all the mud's been on them. Like, no thread at all. So, really, I don't think this truck would be getting through here. Now, I have done a lot of off-roading in the past. I had a Jeep Cherokee, 94 Jeep Cherokee, had a small lift on it. I think it was only a 3-inch lift. And no, maybe that one had a 6-inch lift. I can't remember. And the tires weren't too big. They were 31s or 33-inch tires, off-road tires. And also had an 89 Suzuki Sidekick. That thing looked like a mini monster truck, because if y'all know Suzuki Sidekick, y'all probably heard of the Suzuki Samurai. That's a pretty popular one, so pretty similar. And that thing had a hard time getting stuck. It was really, really light. And the frame of it is so different than most vehicles. Like, as you can tell in a pickup truck, the frame here is pretty long and usually a little wider. So my frame was shorter and narrower, so that means I wasn't sinking down in like the same ruts that was already left over from other people. But yeah, no, that thing was pretty cool. I had a winch on it. I had to do a lot of recoveries with it, not just pulling me out, but pulling other people out. Now, of course, with it being light, it is not the best thing to pull people out, so that's where I had to like attach to a tree or park in front of a tree. So you may have seen me do that in SnowRunner, and I may do it on this series too. Stupid Kelly. So yeah, that's definitely a technique I have used in real life with having a lighter vehicle. So it's looking like there's not much here. I think it's about to tell me I could scan possibly, or wait, no, maybe that was a different area. But off to the left here is actually a area that's missing 2 huge sections of road, and I don't really need to go over there. I think there's one mission that heads in that direction, but there's no reason for me to turn left here and head left. So we're going to shoot right here. In this area right through here, we actually need to end up fixing up. I mean, it's not bad right here. It gets a lot worse. We'll probably end up needing to fix it up pretty good, push these rocks right here out of the way. there's a route that needs to run through here eventually. So I've already beaten this map. I don't think I got 100%. There was probably something I was missing out there. I didn't really know much about the whole 100% thing, and I was just kind of going with it on the first two little bubbles. So the first two little bubbles, what I'm talking about here, is this African map. Absolutely love this game, though. This is so awesome. So awesome. Let's keep it going. Pulling into the harbor now, and you know, this is one thing I wish they'd add for like a mission, but obviously you can roleplay it if you want to. Clean up all this mess. Like, just fix up these areas. Rebuild some of these houses, deliver materials here and there, stuff like that. That would be pretty cool. Then, of course, it'd get very, very time consuming. A lot of people wouldn't do that. Let's just go ahead and pull up in here for a second, and we got to back out because we got to run that crane. Actually, I don't even think we're in the way, but we're at the harbor. What is that? The cavalry has arrived, but your work is just getting started. Kelly here telling me I need to jump in this crane, move all this stuff out of the way. I guess I really don't need to use the crane. I could, pull it out of the way possibly. Let's see here, trying to get this to move in the right direction. Yeah, each one of these are a little different. Just a little different. Now, how am I gonna move these out of the way? This thing actually goes past the little arms, upright arms. I just gotta rotate it the right way, swing it over to the other side. It's pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever seen a crane like this. Let's see here, load, rotate, and now we just gotta move some direction. Some direction, I don't know what direction. Nope, that's not the right direction. That's not right. That's not right either. Oh, it's the left stick. Okay, there it goes. I should probably just try to read a little more. But yeah, no, it goes past this, and I can drop them off right here. It's not going to look the neatest, but it's going to get the job done. And detach, heck yeah. That is awesome. Just two more to do, and then we are clear to our garage. That should be what's up there at the top of the screen, that little blue area. Send additional support to the transit point. Okay, so I guess we got a little route mission there we got to do too. Oh yeah, now I like the ones like this where I could run multiple things at once. For example, running the rail crane movement down this way, dropping the crane at the same time. Yeah, there we go. I'm starting to get it down a little, trying to figure out these controls without looking too much. That works out pretty nicely, I think. Slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross. Everybody clap your hands. Sorry. I may get a little crazy sometimes. Yeah, let's just go crazy. Sitting here talking to myself all day long. Could do that, right? I think it could. Now, let's see here. That's obviously in the way, and I ain't got to go that way. I don't have to stack them up on that, but I just kind of like putting them up there out of the way. There's even those bigger ones over there. I wonder if I can pick those up. You know, I might give that a try in a second. Not because I need to move them or anything, just because I thought it'd be pretty interesting to pick up and move. Let's see here. Looks like that mission's done, even though I wasn't tracking it. That's kind of weird. It didn't give me that mission. It gave me a different mission in the top right. But just for the heck of it, let's see if we can actually grab this. Apparently, there's an achievement out there for falling from a certain height. So I think if you pick up your truck right here with this crane, you can get that achievement reached. All you got to do is pick it up all the way to the top. And actually, you know what? It used to go above the top. I wonder if they fixed that. Let's watch that real quick. Oh, yeah, looks like they did put a limit switch on there. It used to go actually above the little drum up there for the winch cable. Yeah, we're done there. Let's jump back over to our pickup truck. Well, I don't even think we need this, but we'll just get it out of the way because we definitely got to come through here with a route. And we got a new truck over there where that little plus is, with a little truck and a plus. I don't think I've ever really used that truck. I might have used it once just to give it a try, because this is about the time where I realized I got enough money we can buy a mule, which is kind of a truck similar to this almost, if you don't remember from the last episode, but it's kind of similar to this. Not as awesome as this one. I wish I could get this truck with a crane on it. I don't know if you can or not, but get that mule with the... Can I jump in this crane? No. But get that mule with the crane on it. That way I don't have to move two things at once. So let's go into objectives here. Send additional support to the transit. We got nothing on the side mission. So got to go right there. Reach location. Oh, I just got to drive over there. Okay. Cool. Cool. We'll take the pickup truck because it's faster. And we don't need that other truck for anything. Here is the point. And this actually is kind of a bad area. So that's why they're giving us this dump truck now. So we actually have to lay down some sand. So what is this? Sports a wide bed. Okay, that's cool. Less tippy, I guess. And a powerful something, and I actually didn't get time to read all that. My bad. Oh well, that's cool. Y'all can pause to read if you really want to. Most of the time I usually don't read this stuff anyways. As you can tell, I'm skipping all the Kelly stuff. Gosh. Oh, Kelly, Kelly, Kelly. I think I'm just going to have a pure hatred for anybody named Kelly out there moving forward. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, this thing is slow. Send additional support to the transit. Hold on, wait. I don't need to make this road yet. Oh, I got to build that route. Okay. Well, do I even have a dozer? Yes. They gave it to me on the first one. Okay, cool. I'll definitely need a dozer of some sort. Let's go ahead and start building this route out real quick. Is it route or route? I'm kind of thinking I should go wider with it. Nah, this will work. This corner right here is horrible, but it is the best way to go. I don't know if that little thing I did there is going to work or not. If not, I can make adjustments. And they want to go pretty far down in this direction, which is fine, except for this part right here. That is pretty muddy, and they will definitely not get there now. It's showing green tires up there. I'm guessing that means they're not off-road tires, possibly, because this is definitely not a green route. This is not an easy route. So maybe that's what those tires mean. Maybe y'all answered my question or let me know a little more in that first episode. I'm not sure. I don't think the first episode's even came out yet. I'm not really recording very far ahead. So this was next up on my to-do list. So, hey, here I am. Now, there's a little cement. My bad. Apparently, I say that wrong. There's a little cement mixture right there. I remember getting caught up on that before. But yeah, no, I don't know. I guess I say the word cement wrong or cement wrong. I don't know. I just say the C word, I guess. C. You know, C. The C letter. Make the C sound. I guess I'm making that sound wrong. Never realized that my whole life. Nobody ever corrected me. I made a little short video about it. A lot of people making fun of me. I don't know if they're really making fun of me, but they're there. Okay, so yeah, that route's definitely gonna get held up in a minute. No doubt about that. Let's see where it gets held up. There's also another option. You could push these. So that's a big truck. That one's fine, but I think it comes out with a van. Yeah, that van right there. Oh my gosh, that freaking van. This thing is horrible. This thing is absolutely horrible. But I might as well get a thumbnail pic, right? Looks like that first one made the corner, second one's making the corner. Wow, they made that corner a lot better than I thought they would. Okay. Yeah, if that first one doesn't get caught up here, the second one definitely will. So let's go ahead and get our dozer out real quick and start heading over that way. I don't want to start laying the sand, causing it to stop it. Let's deploy this out. Gonna take a second, little drive over there. I do have a little, no I don't. I was about to say I have something to transport it. I ain't got that yet. That actually comes in later on this map. You know, that's another thing I wish I'd probably fix is that marching mode. That blade is just way too high. And I mean, it's caused me to tip over a few times, and I could easily just go into manual mode and lower it. But I'm always afraid I'm gonna mess something up big time. Oh, looky there, they're definitely stuck up there. Okay, yeah, that's gonna cause it. I could come behind and push, but I don't want to push them every single time. We might as well go ahead and build the road. And I think there's multiple routes I need to go through this direction already. Now, is it worth paving and stuff? No. We don't even have the paving equipment right now. Sand will do the job really good. And even after a while, sand may end up getting ruts built into it as well. So your route that you may have work once could fail 2 or 3 trucks down the line. And you just keep an eye on that and just keep patching it up where it messes up and all that stuff. But let's see if I can do a better job of laying out the sand here than I've done previously. I don't want to do a multiple lane, but then again, it's like, why waste my time doing it? It's like I got to be very gentle here. It's like it's just going to end up shooting out, and I think I went too far. I need to back up some. It's just going to dump right out. Come on. Come on. There it goes. Okay. Perfect. Well, it's good. It's not perfect, I don't think, but it's good. Now, you want to build a big, wide road? Go right ahead. That's all up to you. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I just need to get a vehicle through here. I did say multiple routes will probably travel through here later on, but by that point, I think this route we're trying to get working right now should be done and over with. Now, the sand fill, it's filling in pretty good there. I mean, you just see it coming from the top. If y'all didn't know, come over here to layers. I guess it's telling me to do this right now in the tutorial. You can see the radius of where your sand quarries are. If you don't want to use that radius, feel free to just drive right back, refill it, whatever. I'm going to use it though. I'm definitely going to use it. And gosh dang, what is with these tips? I turned all this tip stuff off. Hide hints, all that. Now this part right here maybe doesn't need sand. I don't know. I do know there's another spot right up here that could definitely use it. So let's get this refilled. I know I'm about to leave the sand zone as well. So at a later point, there will be parts where I need to either drive in to get more sand or just build a bridge. And we'll definitely be looking at building a bridge here in a second. That actually comes up next on the tutorial, I believe, right after this spot. Oh, hey, there we go. Came out, refill sand. We're out of the active zone. That is perfectly fine. Let's pull forward here. Take it out of low. I don't like driving around on low. This thing's slow already. All we got to do is kind of back up some and try to get back in that zone. And then pull back up and lower again. Repeat. I don't know, maybe one more dump load right there will do it. I'm hoping so. So what I do is I just keep hitting that down arrow. There it goes. It even told me in the bottom left. I mean, y'all might not be able to see it, but yeah, it tells you in the bottom left the refill sand thing. I'm gonna probably have my face there. How y'all liking that little face cam thing there? Hope y'all are enjoying it. I don't know if I'm liking it too much. It's like, man, now I actually got to put on clothes. I gotta be somewhat presentable. I'm just kidding. Thought about wearing a suit. That'd be pretty funny, just wearing a full-on suit and tie. But one big problem with that, my suit doesn't fit anymore. Guess I could go out and buy something cheap. Hey, there we go. I think that's gonna come out pretty good. There was a gap between those two sand piles, but that first one's gonna end up pushing the and filling that gap. Now, here's actually where we're gonna build the bridge, right up here, right across that. We could build a land bridge with a bunch of sand. That would take a long time, and I started doing that on one of my live streams, just messing around. It's right over here, but you wouldn't ever have to drive to refill because you got the two sand quarries here, one over here on this side that we can see, and then there's another one over here we can't see yet. So you'd never have to drive to refill. It would just take a lot of dumping to do. So let's change this from marching mode over to not manual, not destruction, but sand flattening. I went the wrong direction. I could have hit the other button and it would have ended up in the right spot on the first try. So yeah, we're just gonna drive back and forth, back and forth. I don't know about doing back and forth as the best route here. I know I see a lot of people just kind of back up and go forward again. But with this being a pretty simple road, I'm just gonna drive back and forth with it. That might actually be good enough. I don't think I'm gonna need to hit it again. If you want super level roads, super level roads, here's a tip for you. You're gonna need a lot of sand, a lot more than you ever think you need. And you got a low spot, add more sand. Got a high spot, I guess smooth it out, then add more sand, stuff like that. You're gonna need a whole lot of sand to get it pretty smooth, and you're gonna need to go over it a lot. So once you put it in reverse while you're in the sand flattening mode, it brings the blade up to this height. And that'd be pretty nice if we could change the marching mode to that. And hey, that might end up being a mod that comes out pretty fast, is change the height of the marching mode. And not a bad idea if anybody's already out there making mods. I ain't that smart. I ain't that smart. Huge shout out to the modern community out there. Thank you so much for all the work you do to these games. You make them so much more enjoyable, so much more fun. Honestly, it's kind of sad how much Farming Simulator, how much they require, or don't really require, but how much they rely on the modding community. And they just can't build like the best of the best game, base game. I mean, it's fine. I mean, I play base game quite a bit, but the mods just make it 100 times better. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of games are like that too, not just Farm Sim. Okay, so that should be good enough. The one thing that does concern me is, did I have the route over where that sand is now? And yes, looks like it is. So it should start up right here where this is at. I don't know if it's going to spin its tires or not. Let's dispatch those vehicles. We'll spectate that real quick. Looks like it is going. And I think I have a crane. So there's a little rut starting to form right here. Let's look at it real quick. Right there in the bottom. It's a little rut starting to form, kinda. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab our big crane and start heading over that direction, because I know I'm going to need an X. It's not telling me yet. I believe I would have to wait until that little mission part's done, and then it would tell me. But I don't want to wait around. Let's get it over there. Time is money. That is pretty cool with the AI drivers here. You can see the tracks that are left behind, and they build tracks, make tracks, and they say that might not have been the AI driver. my dozer. Okay, well, this is the next part here. Miss Kelly, she told us to go ahead and come over here and start building this bridge. Also, there's a new mission added for a reserve of concrete slabs. Let's see here, go to map real quick, go over to bridge, a little tutorial thing it's trying to teach me. Hopefully I don't block up traffic here. And just start building. So I guess that little point thing, try to put it in the center. Little tip here, I guess. And then make it go across and put it in the center again. Now, might be able to get down to less slabs if I get a little bit closer on the initial startup, but I'm not really worried about it. So let's go with that. That's 8 slabs. Might have been able to get to 7. Like if I started a little bit further up on the platform there, that could have done it possibly, and then maybe end it right there. No, let's try it. It doesn't hurt anything. Let's give it a go. Let's see here. Come on. Get it right there on the edge. Try to do less slabs, less work, right? Come across. Oh, look at that. It is saying 7. Oh, heck yeah. So yeah. A little trick right there helps out. Let's get this crane up here. Come on, get out of the way. Oh, yeah, didn't get ran over. So, yeah, I guess they don't really leave tracks through the sand. That's kind of weird because I know they'll create new ruts and stuff like that. Like, we can see their track right there on the ground. I'll even zoom in on it right there because I have not driven in that direction yet. So, they don't push down tracks in the sand, I guess, unless they're just super heavy like this stuff I'm running here. That could be it. So, this is a pretty simple one. I got the parking brake on. Let's come up here, just move these around, and we'll be done. Now I think I might have to get a little bit closer. Let's skid that arm out, up, and anchors for sure. Don't forget those anchors. Especially over here, you don't flip over in the water, right? So we'll grab this one down here. Oh yeah, there's another mission that was added too. Let's look at that real quick. Objective, it's a side mission. Send a convoy with concrete to the harbor base. So this is one I was talking about whenever we were driving in here. Cross the bridge here. We drove across the bridge, if you can remember correctly, up this direction. I said, hey, we're gonna have to build a road through here. Now, you know, I don't know if we'll actually have to build a road. Well, we'll have to plot a route, but I don't know if we'll have to actually build anything over here. I do know these boulders, the little rocks, are gonna cause a problem, but I also know that vehicle that they give us can drive up over here. So it's giving us orange tires looking like right there. It gives us pretty good vehicle. I think it gives us the best option vehicle. Maybe there's one out there that's better. I don't know. I really need to look up what the heck those tires mean. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's take care of this first, and then we'll get that route set up and going next. Need to hurry up and get those routes going because they take a while to complete. Now I'll just pull this over, drop it in there, and it will disappear just like that. That's 1 of 7. Let's keep going until I get 7 of 7. I'm hoping this works. I don't know. Maybe I got to bring the arm in. So you see where I'm hooked up here? I'm pretty far over here. But yeah, if you just hook up, take that rope in, it should slide into place possibly. Actually, I don't think I'm far enough to the left. Oh, wait, hold on. Drop it. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. And then we'll just do that again for these 3 that were over here in this area. Yeah, that's a little less arm movement with it and everything. Do a nice little side pull with the crane, right? That's always fun. And I believe that is it. Oh, hey, there it is right there. Bridge done. Bridge is done, heck yeah. Let's pack up those anchors, fold up this crane, get this thing out of the way. I don't think we're gonna need it again for a little while. Kind of pull it up here out of the way, I guess. I don't want to drive straight. I want to go ahead and set up this route I was talking about a little while ago. You know, we'll just drive right up over this little slab we got over here. Nope, not let me drive. Guess I'm hitting a pallet of, looks like cement bags. I'm just going to stick with the cement. Y'all have fun with that one. That's out of the way. Let's go ahead and jump into our dozer. I got to drive all the way back in that direction. To save time, I'm going to do that recovery thing there. That was moving in the top left. We got a recovery area. Oh gosh, that would save a lot more time. We got a recovery area over here too. I was going to go to the harbor base and drive, but I didn't realize there was a recovery area here. That does not use up any fuel. You may notice in the top right, there's a fuel thing, and that is for something a little special, and we will see later on this map. What that does is it allows you to jump across the map to a certain vehicle, and that will save you a lot of time, especially if you don't have any jump points nearby or anything like that, and you'll have a lot of fuel left over by the time you get done with these maps, so use it, I guess. I wasn't using it very much, so I ended up losing that fuel, so it's like use it or lose it, okay? You don't get to roll it over to the next map, unfortunately. That would be pretty cool, and I kind of thought that would happen, so I was kind of saving it up, like, oh, I don't want to waste this fuel. No, it's really not a waste. It's more of a waste of time if you don't use it, I guess. Okay, coming up to these boulders here. Now, you have multiple modes here. You may think, hey, let's go into manual mode. Let's see here, what do we got? We got manual mode. That actually destroys the ground big time too. And you don't want that. You destroy the ground, these vehicles are gonna get stuck even more. Destruction mode, it says it takes up the asphalt, but it also destroys the ground too pretty bad. What I would suggest is just go into sand flattening. There's a few times where I've had to use manual to get to a few of these items in the road. For example, I mean, we just rolled over one of the rocks. I guess I could have done manual mode and went a little lower. So sometimes this blade does not go low enough for what you're trying to do here. So then bam, you got to get in there with manual mode. Also, these rocks can be picked up with a crane too, if you want to use a crane instead. I just like doing it this way. It seems a little more realistic to me than using a crane. Also, you can only move one at a time with the crane. This one you can move multiple. There are some little ones left over here. I guess I could nitpick and probably pick them up, but I don't think they're going to cause any issues for the truck that's trying to drive through here. I see a couple down there to the right of the screen as well, just kind of on the regular road. But like I said, I don't think they're going to cause an issue for driving through here. I think this part right here, yes, this part right here is good. I can go around this one on the right. Don't need to worry about moving it. Let's, oh, nope, not destruction mode, not manual, my bad. Oh gosh, I didn't destroy anything, did I? I sure hope not. I need to remember what direction to go because you can go between marching and flattening. Let's see here. So if I hit A, it goes to sand flatten. If I hit X, it goes back to marching. So I'll never have to touch those other ones if I can remember which one to hit. That's the issue. I just can't remember which one to hit. Now, big, huge water spot up here. That hole is actually really deep. I made that mistake one time. I was like, you know what? It can't be that bad, right? I drove through it. I didn't get stuck, amazingly. I don't know how I didn't get stuck. I was in the dump truck too. I was driving through it, and there's a big old rock down there in the bottom as well. But yeah, no, I was able to back out. That is one thing I dislike about this game, I guess. Don't really dislike, but all these vehicles, they don't all come with winches like they do on SnowRunner. But think about it in reality. Do all big vehicles come with winches? No, they don't. SnowRunner went a little crazy there. They had winches on every corner of a vehicle. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Okay, I think this is actually good enough. Let's just get this pulled up out of the way for right now and see if this route can run. I don't have it set up quite yet. That's all good. We'll get it set up here in just a second once I get this out of the way. And then while that's running, or attempting to run, I can work on something else. Now, what all do we get from this? Well, okay, here's the thing. To get 100%, this is where I failed in this area on my not my personal, but my live stream playthrough. This is where I failed getting 100%. I didn't do this one, but if we do it, we'll get 100%. And the thing is, you don't have to do it all the way through. You just got to get the first one there. Then it says objective completed. And then after that, all you get reward wise is the concrete slabs. Do we need those? Can't remember if we need them in the future or not. Maybe if I want to build some bridges, yes. Yeah, I guess if I want to build bridges, then yeah. And we might end up building bridges instead of doing dirt roads, because we'll need to do that at a later point on a part outside of the sand zone. And of course, building dirt roads outside of the sand zone, or sand roads outside of the sand zone, that's going to take a while driving back and forth for sand. So that's when those bridges usually come in the most. Okay, what do we got going on here? I see like a little bit of ruts going on right there. Try to go around that, keep our vehicle out of it. Definitely got some ruts right there. There's a hill right there too, so I don't know if this truck's gonna flip over or not. Only time will tell. Now here's the part, it's gonna drive up through here. Pretty cool how it's able to do that too. And I think it's good from here. It's kind of an iffy area up here as well. We gotta shoot off to the right here in a minute. Let's see here, where's it at? Oh, it's up here further, okay. I was about to shoot off to the right back there. But yeah, now there's a little spot right here where you go off to the right because this road's obviously messed up pretty bad. See, that'd be another mission. I mean, go ahead and fix that road up, but I guess you're not really sticking around to fix everything. You're just there to help get them back on their feet. Do the essential stuff, I guess. Get the power up, get a few essential things moved around, essential routes and roads set up, stuff like that. What do I do? I keep going straight, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Now they may run into each other right here. Good possibility. I'd run into each other if I was driving. That other route might be almost done, possibly. There we go. Let's dispatch those vehicles. Let's check on that other route real quick. Remaining rewards 200. What do we get? We get 40. Oh, okay, so one more truck delivery, and then we can shut this one down. Once you get all those remaining rewards, shut it down. Shut it down. Let it die, let it die. Let that dang tree die. I don't know if I finished off that song correctly, but hey, if you know what that song's from, drop that in the comments. You may have had kids if you know where that song's from, or you just like those types of movies. I mean, there's Disney adults. I don't even think it was a Disney movie. Maybe it was Disney branded. Not sure. So driving up this way to the next point as we let that other route run its course. And I think we got to build a road.
It's broken. It's to make life better for folks around here.
See, even Kelly said it right there. I'll show that little clip. To not just fix what's broken, but make life better. So we should stick around doing more jobs. Nah, I guess if you got too much in it, people lose interest and be like, man, this is ridiculous. It's too hard or something like that. Got to try to tailor to everybody's needs, I guess. Make you feel that sense of accomplishment and keep you motivated and going with it. Oh, there we go. There's that little scout vehicle I was talking about. Yo, there we go. At a cost. Yes, at a cost. This one's going to cost us 1 fuel. I don't know why it unlocked that really, but I guess just give it to us. It's going to cost 1 fuel to transport vehicles over there. We got 7 now. I don't know where that came in. Where did that come in? Did I just get it with that vehicle maybe? Possibly. So yeah, this is a pretty muddied up area right here. We're going to end up having to build a road here in a minute. It's going to tell us to do it. I'll just wait for it to tell us to do it. And it's actually pretty easy whenever they tell us to build a road, because you can have the AI build the road for you. I'll show you all that. That's pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool if they actually set it up where you could plot a route and be like, oh, hey, I want a road built between here and here. Let the AI do it too, so you could possibly have a smooth road kind of like this. Now, this is going to be another one of our bases or garages or something like that. There we go. Objective complete. Set up a base. Oh, wait, hold on. Set up our base, our next base. I don't know. I can't read fast enough. Whatever. So it looks like we got some other stuff. New base right there. It looks like we got some other vehicles. Oh, this is that truck that's running that one route that I haven't looked at yet. It looks like it's making it pretty good here. Pretty darn good. And it's coming up really close to the harbor. That's where it needs to deliver to. Yeah, it made it through everything there. It would just get caught up on those big boulders or rocks that I pushed out of the way. I know that from experience, so I had to get those moved out of the way, and the rest of it's smooth sailing. We'll let it run its route. If it does end up shutting down and having issues, then I'll probably end up, shutting it down or fixing the road and just keep getting those concrete slabs in. I don't know. Haven't quite decided yet. But, oh, I just remembered I do need to shut down that other route. Let's see here. Come on, all rewards received. There we go. Let's cancel that route. That way they'll never run into each other, and I'll actually clear the route as well. That would be something cool if you could tie into existing routes out there, but you cannot. So I don't want that line showing through here. We even got some new routes in here as well. What is this? Transit Point, Panamar. Panamar, is that what that said? That's all the way over here, ain't it? Yep, Panamar. That's a little bit of a drive, and it's got a few issues like this little part being out here. That little part right there is way outside the sand zone, so I could do a bridge, a small bridge, and then there's another part over here that's really bad where I could do a small bridge on as well, and that is where those concrete slabs will come in handy once we get enough of them. Also, there's a bunch sitting on the ground over here too, so do we really need that? We'll look at that in a minute. Let's go take care of this road, establish a supply route to Anbala. Actually, is that the next task? Is that what I'm doing? Oh, that's a side mission. Hold on. Wait, no. Yeah, that's the main mission. Okay, so that's this one where we build a little road through here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's get over there and do that. I want to let the AI run it real quick, and I'll give you all a little show on that, but we ain't gonna be able to show this episode because I'm all out of time this episode, unfortunately. So stay tuned for the next one. Man, we'll finally get into some road building on episode 3, but this is part 1 of Aftermath. I really do appreciate y'all stopping in and watching. Thank you so much. If y'all haven't already, please make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care.